Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next shocking revelation in the Menglong mystery. What you're about to read is not for the faint of heart, because the truth behind the lost tape changes everything we thought we knew about his final hours. It began with a whisper. Late one evening, just a week after Menglong's death was officially declared an accident, an anonymous message surfaced on an obscure online forum. The user, claiming to have seen the real footage, wrote just 3 words that sent shockwaves through fan communities worldwide. He didn't fall. No one took it seriously, not at first. There had already been too many wild theories, from secret lovers to family betrayal, from political cover-ups to hidden wills. But this post was different. Attached to it was a low-resolution still image, blurry, almost indistinguishable, yet undeniably him. Menglong, standing in what looked like a dimly lit corridor, his reflection caught in the metallic surface of an elevator door. His expression was distant, haunted, almost as if he knew something terrible was about to happen. The file name? YML_last_footage_11 September. MP4. The video was only 12 seconds long, but those who claimed to have seen it described it as unsettling. It opened with you entering what looked like a hotel hallway, the same building where he allegedly spent his last night. The timestamp matched the early hours of September 11th. His movements were slow, his posture slightly unsteady, but his eyes were clear, alert. Someone behind the camera whispered his name. Then, a faint sound echoed, the unmistakable creak of a door. The camera shook. The footage ended abruptly. Experts later argued it was a deepfake, a fabrication built from security camera fragments. But fans noticed something the skeptics didn't, a faint reflection on the glass wall opposite him. 2 silhouettes. One was Yu's. The other? A taller figure, motionless, watching. The image spread across private group chats, Discord servers, and Weibo threads before vanishing in less than 24 hours. Accounts were suspended. Posts deleted. Even search terms like Menglong hallway suddenly returned 0 results. Someone didn't want that video seen. A week later, a new voice entered the chaos, a supposed insider from a Beijing production team who had worked with Yu months before his death. The person, using the alias Zhen, claimed that the original file came from a deleted internal cloud drive belonging to Yu's former studio. According to Zhen, it wasn't just a random clip, it was evidence that he wasn't alone that night. The person behind the camera was not a stranger, Zhen's statement read. He trusted them. That's why he didn't run. Zhen refused to name names, but fans quickly pieced together clues pointing toward a certain actor who had attended the alleged drinking party that same week. Theories spiraled again, and this time, they couldn't be silenced as easily. Too many screenshots, too many re-uploads, too many questions. Who filmed the footage? Who deleted it? And why did the timestamp perfectly match the moment police claimed Yu accidentally fell? By late October, a quiet purge began across several fan accounts. High-ranking moderators on popular Menglong discussion boards started receiving warnings. Some were even banned without explanation. But a few managed to archive fragments of the video before it vanished entirely. One such fan, known online as @MoonUnderglass, leaked what they called Frame 472, a single still image pulled from the original video. It showed Menglong looking over his shoulder, his mouth slightly open, as if answering someone behind him. In the reflection, a hand appeared, reaching forward. That one image reignited the fire. YouTube videos, TikTok edits, and long-form analyses exploded across platforms. Headlines read, Menglong, the video they tried to erase. Who was behind the camera? Frame 472. The evidence Beijing can't explain. The studio remained silent. The police made no comment. Yet behind that silence, something shifted, because on December 2nd, an email was leaked from a private investigator allegedly hired by Yu's own family. The message was short but chilling. We found the original SD card. It's encrypted. Do not attempt to open it without protection. No one knows what's truly on that card. Some say it's fake. Others believe it's been handed over to higher authorities. But what keeps this story alive isn't just the mystery, It's the feeling that Menglong tried to leave a message behind. Theories now suggest that the lost tape might have been part of his personal vlog project, documenting his thoughts in his final days. A few production assistants who worked with him said he had become obsessed with capturing his truth, setting up cameras in hotel rooms, studios, even his car, as if he knew someone would one day need to piece everything together. Could the disturbing footage everyone talks about actually be his own creation, a message, not evidence? Recently, a private fan group released what they claim is a digitally enhanced version of the final frame of the video. The image, though still grainy, reveals Menglong's face illuminated by the faint glow of an elevator panel. His expression is calm, almost peaceful. Beneath the surface distortion, a faint subtitle appears, barely visible. I tried to tell you. Was it added later? Was it real? No one can say for sure. But for those who have followed this story from the beginning, from the mysterious fall to the silenced posts, the hidden will, and now the lost tape, it all feels like one final chapter that you himself scripted. The story should have ended with the silence. But silence never lasts long when ghosts of truth start whispering through the cracks. Just when everyone thought the lost tape had been buried for good, a new clip emerged, this time from an anonymous source who claimed to be part of the cleanup crew that entered Menglong's hotel room that morning. The footage, recorded on a maintenance body cam, was only 5 minutes long, but it reignited every unanswered question. The clip opened with a slow pan of the hotel corridor, yellow light flickering, the hum of an elevator somewhere below. A door stood ajar. The crew entered cautiously, their voices hushed. Then came the sound, a low, continuous buzzing from a camera charger still plugged into the wall. That's when the frame caught something, a second recording device, small, almost hidden behind a curtain. The lens was still warm. They never released the full clip. Within hours, the account that posted it disappeared. But fragments had already been mirrored and analyzed. What caught people's attention wasn't the device itself, it was what the lens was pointed at. The balcony railing. You could see a scuff mark, like someone had grabbed the metal in panic. On the floor nearby lay a crushed water bottle, a half-empty glass of whiskey, and a single piece of torn paper that read, "They told me to wait." The handwriting matched Menglong's known signature from fan autographs. But the rest of the paper was gone, almost surgically cut away. Investigators denied the clip's authenticity, calling it an edited fabrication, but fans noticed something in the background, a reflection in the TV screen. A faint silhouette. The same figure from the earlier hallway video. Watching. Waiting. Within days, #LostTapePart2 trended across Chinese social media before being suppressed again. But this time, fans were faster. They translated every frame, every timestamp, every whisper. In one slowed-down version of the audio, a voice could be heard, distorted but distinct, saying, "Don't go near the balcony." The voice wasn't Yu's. Internet detectives compared vocal patterns, claiming it belonged to another celebrity rumored to have been with him that night. No one could confirm it. But suddenly, the narrative changed. Maybe Menglong hadn't been alone. Maybe that accident was something else entirely, a night that began with trust and ended in betrayal. Meanwhile, a former employee from Yu's studio came forward anonymously to an independent journalist. She claimed that Yu had been filming a private project he called the Curtain Call. It was meant to be his most personal work, a documentary blending truth and fiction, shot without scripts or producers, just Yu and his thoughts. He reportedly told her, "If they ever silence me, the footage will speak." The idea that his lost tape might actually be part of the Curtain Call sent shockwaves through his fanbase. Suddenly, people weren't just watching a mystery, they were decoding an artist's farewell. Then came the discovery that changed everything. On December 9th, a fan in Chengdu posted a grainy photo of a small SD card, claiming it had been found inside a second-hand camera bought at a flea market. The camera's model matched the one Yu had been using in his vlogs. When the fan tried to play the card, only one video file appeared, encrypted, but with a title written in pinyin, Muji_11 September_final. Muji, his pet name for himself, used only in his personal notes and voice messages. The date? The morning of his death. The fan uploaded proof, but within an hour, her account was gone. Others tried to track her down but found only a deleted profile and a message pinned on a backup account that read, "They came for the card." After that, a strange pattern emerged. Several online accounts posting about the SD card received official notices to remove their content for spreading false information. It was as if something or someone was monitoring every mention of it.
But the story refused to die.
A group of fans calling themselves Project Phoenix began to reconstruct Yu's last 48 hours using every available detail. They built a digital map, tracing his steps from the restaurant to the elevator to the hotel room, minute by minute. What they found was chilling. At 1:47 a.m., surveillance footage placed Yu entering the hotel elevator. At 1:49, he stepped out on the 9th floor. At 1:51, the camera in the hallway went dark, just for 8 seconds. At 1:52, a door slammed. At 2:06, the balcony sensor triggered an alarm, but the log of that alarm was deleted at 2:10. The missing 8 seconds in the elevator feed became the focus of the investigation. What happened during that blackout? Why did the censored data vanish minutes later? Some theorized it was a power surge, others said it was tampered with. But those who'd seen the lost tape had another theory. The second figure, the one always behind him, was real. The person who whispered. The person who followed him from the hallway to the room. And maybe the person who made sure the truth was never seen. A journalist who'd been covering the story from day one revealed an anonymous tip that Yu's phone, recovered at the scene but reported too damaged to access, had actually been intact. According to leaked repair logs, it was sent to a forensic lab under a code name, Project 909. The reason? It contained 3 unreleased video notes recorded hours before his death. Those videos have never surfaced. But one technician who claimed to have handled the data told a cryptic story online. He wasn't drunk, the technician wrote. He was scared. In one note, allegedly, you looked directly into the camera and said something chilling. They said the curtain call is mine, but it's theirs now. The technician's account vanished within hours. The post was scrubbed, and his username no longer exists. Still, screenshots circulated, and every word lined up perfectly with the fragments of the curtain call Yu had mentioned to friends before his death. Now, whispers suggest that the curtain call, or what's left of it, is hidden on an external drive in the possession of someone close to him. The same source who first leaked the hallway footage has teased that Part 3 exists, a full version of the tape, untouched, showing what really happened on that balcony. Whether that's true or just another ghost in the machine, no one knows. But every time a new fragment appears, one thing becomes more certain. Menglong's story isn't finished. It's rewriting itself, piece by piece, through the very footage they tried to bury. If you believe this story deserves to be told, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because as long as these clips keep resurfacing, the world will keep watching, and the truth, no matter how deeply buried, always finds its way back to the light.